Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take a stack of your sources and unpack the most important nuggets of knowledge and insight. Think of it as your shortcut to being truly well-informed, with surprising facts and just enough humor to keep you hooked. Today we're embarking on a truly unique and, well, expansive deep dive. We're looking into a fascinating source titled Your Seat in the Universe, version 2.0. And this isn't just an ordinary document, right? It's really a philosophical and spiritual journey, a kind of guide, you could say, to understanding our place in a grand cosmic design. It masterfully blends these abstract, almost poetic concepts with some surprisingly practical wisdom. Honestly, this material, it really challenges you to consider existence from a fresh, pretty expansive perspective.
Indeed, it does. This source offers a perspective that thoroughly challenges our sort of conventional understanding, of reality, consciousness, purpose, all the big ones. It's written with this distinctively poetic, very affirming tone, offering insights that I think genuinely prompt deep introspection. So our mission in this deep dive is really to distill these profound ideas, make them not only accessible, but truly relevant, maybe even impactful for you, our listener. We'll be navigating concepts ranging from the very structure of existence right down to personal well-being, all through the illuminating lens of this unique material. It's a rich text, offers a really holistic perspective on our lives, inviting us to see ourselves as integral parts of something, well, something far greater.
Okay then, let's unpack this fascinating document and discover what it truly means to find and perhaps, claim your seat in the universe. All right, so our journey into your seat in the universe begins with maybe the most fundamental question there is. What is our true place in this vastness of existence? This source introduces a compelling and layered framework, different dimensions that it argues actually shape our reality, moving us from the most tangible bits of our lives to the truly abstract and boundless. It's a way of looking at reality that really stretches your mind, doesn't it?
It really does. And what's truly illuminating here is how the source defines these 5 distinct dimensions of existence. They're not just theoretical constructs,
Yeah.
They describe the very fabric of where and how we operate, where our experiences actually unfold. So first up, we have the physical dimension. This is one we're probably most familiar with, right? Our immediate realm of sensory experience. It's where we connect with our physical bodies, this organic, limited vessel we inhabit, the world of atoms, matter, the tangible environment around us. The source describes it as our sort of temporary station, where we experience cause and effect in the way we commonly understand it. But, and this is crucial, it emphasizes that this is merely the starting point, just the initial layer of our existence. It's the ground floor, so to speak, of a much larger multi-story building.
Okay, so it's not the entire picture, just the foundation. Makes sense. What's the next layer then in this cosmic structure?
Right. Building on the physical, we sort of ascend to the intellectual dimension. Here, we engage with our individual self-generated thoughts. Now, this isn't just about processing information from the outside world, okay? It's the rich inner landscape of our personal ideas, our unique beliefs, our individual perceptions. It's the space where our internal monologue plays out, where creativity sparks, and where our understanding of ourselves and the world starts to take shape. This dimension highlights the profound power and the very personal nature of our internal mental processes, suggesting our individual thoughts hold significant weight in shaping our personal reality. It's where your unique perspective truly resides.
That makes sense. Yeah, our individual thoughts definitely feel like a distinct realm. But we don't exist in a vacuum, do we? We're connected.
Absolutely not. And that leads us right to the human dimension. This dimension describes where we connect with other humans, both physically, through interaction and shared space, and intellectually, through shared ideas, conversations, collective consciousness. It profoundly emphasizes our communal existence, our relationships, the shared experiences of humanity. It's the dimension of empathy, communication, collective experience. The source suggests our individual journey is deeply intertwined with the journeys of others, and that our growth and purpose, well, they're often realized through interaction and collaboration within this human collective. It underscores the idea that we aren't isolated islands. We're integral parts of a larger human tapestry, constantly influencing and being influenced by one another.
Okay, so we move from the individual physical to the individual mental and then to the collective human experience. Where do we go from there into something maybe more abstract?
Yes, exactly. Moving into a truly abstract conceptual realm, we find the analytical virtual dimension. This is where, according to the source, a person projects their theories about existence, building all possible scenarios before they are projected onto cosmic reality.
Wow, like a simulation chamber. Or a thought experiment space.
Kind of, yeah. Think of it as a cosmic simulation chamber, or maybe a universal laboratory of ideas. It's a realm of pure potential and hypothesis, where every what if can be explored, every theory tested in a non-physical space. It's the stage for our deepest intellectual explorations, where we can construct complex models of reality before they manifest, offering this profound sense of foresight, strategic planning on a grand, almost universal scale. It's where the mind really stretches its wings,
Right.
playing with infinite possibilities.
That's a fascinating leap from personal thought to this universal simulation space. But then there's a fifth dimension. The source describes this one as the ultimate, right? The one that really dictates everything else.
Exactly. And this is where the concepts truly deepen, connecting everything we've discussed so far. This is the cosmic ethereal dimension. This dimension is described as being boundless by both time and space. It's portrayed as holding all primary knowledge.
All of it, like past, present, future.
Everything. A complete record of the past, the present, and all potential futures. Imagine a grand, cosmic master blueprint, or maybe a divine script, constantly being written. And everything we experience in our physical lives is simply a manifestation of what's already set in motion within this ethereal realm. Crucially, the source states, what is written in this dimension happens in all other dimensions without exception.
Whoa.
Yeah, this means it's the ultimate source of reality, the foundational layer upon which all other dimensions, including our physical one, manifest. It's the realm of divine will, cosmic destiny, where the ultimate script of existence is held, and from which all other realities unfold.
Okay, so what's the most significant implication for us, for our everyday understanding of reality when we integrate all these dimensions? How does this layered existence fundamentally shift how we perceive our thoughts, our actions? It sounds like it suggests a profound interconnectedness where our actions here in the physical world are reflections or echoes of what's already established in this higher boundless realm. Is that right?
That's an excellent question. Because the source isn't just presenting some theoretical model. It's implying that our mental landscape isn't separate from the external world at all.
Hmm.
If the cosmic ethereal dictates everything, and our thoughts, especially those maybe in the analytical virtual dimension, are part of that intricate web,
Hmm.
then our internal state isn't just personal. It's actually a co-creative force with the universe itself.
Okay.
Yes. It means your perspective isn't merely observing reality. It's an active participant in shaping it. And this understanding, well, it leads directly to the core concept of the trust, or amana in Arabic, and the journey of the soul outlined in the source. Our role isn't merely to observe, but to actively participate in this grand design, particularly through our soul's mission, which is inherently tied to these higher dimensions.
The source speaks of the soul's journey as this profound quest. It says the Creator made the soul, and then the soul decided to understand existence by division and individual search. It doesn't sound passive. It suggests a deliberate choice by the soul, an active seeking, right?
Ugh.
An intrinsic curiosity to explore reality through individual experience.
Exactly. This division and individual search is described as the very essence of our human experience, leading us to embark on diverse paths, accumulate unique insights. And this raises that important question: why are we here, specifically in this physical body, on Earth? The sword clarifies that humanity was chosen to accept a profound trust, alamana.
The trust.
Yeah. This amana is described as the immense responsibility to maintain balance and govern the universe.
Government the universe, that's huge.
It is. And Earth, then, becomes the specific, designated location where humans are meant to find and embrace this trust. A place to elevate both body and soul through this responsibility. It's not just a physical planet, it's like a training ground, a proving ground for this immense cosmic responsibility. And the soul itself, it's seen as being from the same creator of existence, broadcasting life, possessing the keys and secrets of life and existence.
Wow.
It's even called the eye and senses of the creator, suggesting it's almost a direct extension of divine perception. This positions the soul not as a mere passenger in the physical body, but as an active, vital agent connected to the very source of all creation, capable of perceiving and influencing reality on a profound level.
That paints a picture of our lives having this incredibly significant, divinely ordained purpose then. We're not just existing, we're on a mission. And that mission is tied to the very balance and governance of the universe. It truly shifts the entire perspective, doesn't it? From individual struggle to a grand cosmic responsibility. It means every choice we make, every bit of wisdom we gain, every insight we uncover, it all contributes to this larger universal harmony, whether we're aware of it or not. Okay, so we've started to grasp our unique place on this cosmic stage. understanding these five, well, pretty intriguing dimensions. But now let's pull back the curtain even further. How does this entire reality, from the grandest, most abstract thought down to the tangible world we literally inhabit, how does it actually come into being? Our source lays out a really unique sequence of creation, almost like a divine cascade that, frankly, challenges our everyday logic and understanding of cause and effect.
It does. The material describes this fascinating creation sequence. It unfolds like a series of increasingly manifest realms, each giving rise to the next. Originating from the most subtle form of being, it begins with the most abstract and powerful act. The creator thought in their imagination.
Just thought.
Just thought. This is the primal spark, the initial conceptualization, the ultimate idea or divine intention from which everything else flows. It suggests that all of existence originates not from a physical act, but from pure conscious thought.
So the entire universe started as a thought. That's an incredibly profound concept right there.
It really is. And this initial thought then led to the creation of the world of existence. This is the realm where things are, where the blueprint of being begins to take form. It's the foundational layer of reality as an observable, measurable phenomenon, where the potential of the creator's thought starts to coalesce into concrete being. Now, here's where it gets truly mind-bending. Remarkably, the world of existence then created the world of non-existence.
Wait, existence created non-existence? How
Yeah.
does that work? That seems backward.
It feels profoundly counterintuitive to our common understanding, doesn't it? It's not an absence of being or a void in the way we typically think of nothingness. Instead, the source implies it's a realm that holds all possible realities that could exist but do not yet, or even those that might never exist.
So like potential.
Exactly. Think of it as a field of infinite potential and latent possibilities. The ultimate unformed canvas that contains every conceivable form, even those not chosen for creation. It's the sheer potential for creation that then sparks what actually comes into being.
Okay, this next step in the creation sequence really twists the mind. The idea that non-existence could actually give birth to presence, it feels so profoundly counterintuitive. How does something that, by definition, isn't become a powerful creative force? It challenges our basic logic.
It absolutely does. But the source suggests that this non-existence isn't empty. It contains unlimited potential for the creation of the world of presence. It's not an absence, but a field of all possibilities, including the possibility of not creating. Imagine the silence before a symphony, a silence that holds the potential for all music. It's the unformed void teeming with infinite forms waiting to manifest. The dynamic tension between these possibilities, then, gives rise to what is. From this profound world of non-existence came the world of presence. This is where the possibilities begin to coalesce into actuality, where the abstract starts to become concrete. It's the transition from potentiality to manifestation, the moment the music begins to play, so to speak. Following this, the world of presence then created the world of the universe. This is the cosmos, as we generally conceive it, with its unimaginable vastness of stars, galaxies, celestial bodies, physical laws governing their interactions. It's the grand stage upon which cosmic events unfold, where the abstract blueprints fully materialize into the physical expanse we observe.
And within that vast universe, our source tells us life emerges.
Precisely. The world of the universe then created creatures. This refers to all living beings, from the simplest single-celled organisms to the most complex, inhabiting the universe. It's the emergence of conscious and semi-conscious life within this intricate cosmic structure. And finally, the world of the universe created earthly life, which is where we, as human creatures, exist now. This specifically points to our human experience on our particular planet. But the sequence isn't quite complete with physical death. The source adds that after the physical body fades, creatures transition to the world of Barzakh.
Barzakh, what's that?
It's described as an intermediate realm, a kind of spiritual way station or transitional state before the soul's next journey or ultimate destination. This entire sequence suggests a highly ordered, intentional, and evolving process of creation, where every step unfolds from a preceding, more fundamental reality.
This leads us directly to that profound question the source poses. A question that seems to cut right to the core of our daily experience. Am I in reality or in imagination? It then tries to define both, almost as if to clarify the lines before blurring them. Reality, it says, has physical dimensions, our five senses, fixed laws like gravity, memory, emotions. It's tangible, measurable, collective, something we can all sort of agree is. Imagination, on the other hand, is described as a virtual reality in our minds. A personal sandbox where we can change people, roles, laws, even grant ourselves superpowers. It's fluid, subjective, unbound by conventional rules. The contrast initially highlights the distinct nature of these two perceived states, making us feel secure in what's real. But then,
But then the puzzle deepens significantly, and this is where the source truly begins to challenge our assumptions. It introduces the idea of imagination within imagination.
imagination within imagination.
Yeah. Can our first imagination create a second, and that second create a third? This isn't just a playful thought experiment. It's a profound question about the fractal nature of consciousness and creation. If our mind can construct one virtual reality, can that virtual reality then itself become the creator of another? And then it poses the really mind-bending question: can my third imagination be my material reality?
Wow. So can imagination, through these nested layers, ultimately solidify and become what we perceive as tangible reality?
That's the implication. It challenges the very bedrock of our perceived existence, suggesting that the line between what is real and what is imagined is far more permeable than we typically assume.
So this isn't just about thinking big or visualizing goals then. It's about our internal mental constructs, potentially having the power to literally solidify into our external tangible world. And then comes the truly provocative thought. Is it possible that our perceived tangible reality was itself created by our second imagination and we are within it without realizing it?
Hmm.
It's like being in a box and not knowing its limits, thus unable to escape it. That is a truly mind-bending concept. It makes you wonder if our entire world is merely a dream or a simulation originating from a deeper layer of consciousness, maybe our own. It flips the script on what it means to be a creator versus just a perceiver, doesn't it?
It really does, and this raises an incredibly important question. If imagination can indeed create reality, and if there's a possibility we might be living in an imagined reality ourselves, well, what does that imply about our power and responsibility? It suggests our consciousness isn't just passively observing, but actively participating in the very fabric of what we call real. It implies that the limits we perceive around us might be self-imposed constructs of our own making, originating from a deeper imaginative act. And if we grasp this, then by understanding this, we gain immense agency to reshape our experiences.
How so?
Well, if our reality is a reflection of a deeper imaginative act, then cultivating our imagination, our intentions, becomes the ultimate act of creation and liberation. This radical idea opens up possibilities for profound personal transformation and a renewed sense of purpose, because it means our creative capacity is far grander than we often assume.
Okay, so if our reality is so intricately constructed, starting from a thought, potentially being a product of imagination, then energy must be at its heart, right? The engine driving it all. Our source offers this unique and really illuminating perspective on how matter, energy, and even our internal states are interconnected, suggesting that what we perceive as solid and static is actually a dynamic interplay of invisible forces.
Right. The source begins by explaining that every matter has energy, and the properties of this matter come from the electromagnetic field surrounding it, which is called energy. Now, this isn't just a scientific statement. It's presented as a philosophical declaration. It goes further, stating that if the property of cutting is removed from the electromagnetic feel of a knife, then the knife will not be able to cut.
So the cutness isn't in the metal itself, it's in the energy field.
According to this source, yes. Similarly, coffee could lose its distinctive taste if its energy property is removed. This concept highlights that the very essence, function, and perceived qualities of matter are intrinsically tied to its specific energy field, not just its physical composition. It implies that what makes a knife, or coffee taste like coffee, isn't merely its atoms and molecules, but the specific energetic signature or field that surrounds and defines it. The real takeaway here is that the tangible world we experience is a manifestation of an invisible energetic layer, and that layer dictates the physical properties we interact with.
That's truly fascinating. It suggests that what we perceive as solid and unchanging is actually fluid and dynamic, determined by an invisible energetic layer. Makes you think differently about everything around you. So what does this all mean for us as human beings? If our physical world's properties are determined by these invisible energy fields, how does that apply to our own bodies? Our thoughts, our consciousness? Are we also just energetic fields in disguise?
The source explicitly links this concept to humans, stating that the human body came from the world of existence and human consciousness came from the world of souls. This implies a dual nature to our being, a physical form derived from the manifest world, and a consciousness originating from those higher soulful realms we discussed earlier.
Right, the different origins.
Exactly. It further suggests that if we understand the keys to matter's energy, meaning the fundamental principles governing these electromagnetic fields, we can potentially control its properties.
Control them. Like,
Well, it's a revolutionary thought, hinting at the potential for conscious manipulation of physical reality, maybe even including our own. This directly connects to the concept of bioenergy and how it flows through us, suggesting that we, too, are governed by these energetic principles and can potentially influence our own properties, both physical and mental. We are not just physical beings, we are a complex interplay of energy.
okay, so let's unpack this bioenergy. What exactly is it, according to this deep dive, and how does it relate to our inner workings? Is it just a metaphor, or is it presented as a concrete system within us that we can understand and perhaps even influence?
It's presented as quite concrete. Bioenergy is described as the energy that generates life in the universe in all its elements. It's not just localized within living beings, it's portrayed as a universal life force, the very spark of animation that permeates everything.
Universal life force, okay.
Yeah. It's the energy that carries our thoughts, our emotions, our soul, and our self, essentially, the very essence of our being and inner experience. It's also the force that connects all creatures and manages existence itself, suggesting a vast, interconnected energetic web that underlies all of reality. The source outlines that this fundamental bioenergy flows through us along four main axes, each associated with different yet interconnected aspects of our being. First, we have the temporal axis. This one is primarily linked to our emotions. The source indicates it comprises 5 specific aspects, implying a detailed mapping of how our feelings are channeled and processed through this energetic flow. This axis manages the ebb and flow of our emotional experiences, connecting them to the broader cosmic timing and rhythms, suggesting our emotions aren't just personal reactions, but part of a larger energetic current.
So our emotions have their own energetic highway.
Yeah.
In a sense, okay. What about our thoughts and beliefs? Is there an axis for that too?
Indeed. Second is the belief axis. This is intricately linked to the mind. This axis also has 5 aspects, indicating how our mental constructs, our core belief, and our intellectual processes are powered and shaped by bioenergy. This suggests that the very structure of our thoughts and convictions is energetically driven, meaning our beliefs aren't just abstract ideas, but energetic realities within us, capable of influencing our entire system. Third, we move to the celestial axis, which connects directly to the soul. This axis is more expansive, with 7 distinct aspects, reflecting the soul's profound and multifaceted nature. This is the pathway through which higher spiritual energies and insights flow into our being, linking us directly to the cosmic source and the higher dimensions we discussed earlier. It's the channel for divine guidance and deeper spiritual understanding.
Okay. Temporal for emotions, belief for mind, celestial for soul. And finally, there's an axis that seems to ground us more in our individual experience.
That's right, that's the earthly axis. This one is directly linked to the self. Like the celestial axis, it also has 7 aspects, grounding our individual identity and ego firmly in the energetic reality of our physical existence. This axis ensures that our personal self, with its unique traits, experiences, egoic structure, is firmly rooted within the universal energy flow, allowing us to function as individual beings within the larger cosmic design. Now, when bioenergy completes its journey through these 4 axes, this complex interplay of emotions, mind, soul, and self, it becomes what the source calls state energy. In Arabic, ECA, or Takat al-Hal.
State energy. Okay.
Yeah, this state energy is the concentrated bioenergy present in both our ethereal, our non-physical, and our physical bodies. What's particularly compelling is that it even manifests as tangible sensations in the physical body as it moves through our 7 chakras.
Right. The energy centers.
Exactly. The body's primary energy centers, each linked to different physical, emotional, and spiritual functions. The source describes these sensations as tingling and throbbing and a kind of numbness, serving as physical indicators of this subtle yet powerful energy at work within us, a direct confirmation of its presence, if you will.
This leads us to a truly beautiful and, it sounds like, profoundly practical concept. The cycle of return to state energy.
Yeah.
It's not just about energy flowing in and accumulating. It's presented as a dynamic regenerative process, purification and renewal.
Yes, this is a core insight into how we maintain energetic balance. State energy not only provides what's needed fresh, positive energy for our systems, but it also actively takes unwanted energy from the body.
Lisa, like what?
Things like physical pain, mental confusion, feelings of emptiness, or even ignorance. It then sends this depleted or negative energy back to the universe, where it's presumably transmuted or recycled, effectively replacing it with positive energies. This cycle highlights a continuous process of energetic cleansing and revitalization. ensuring our systems are constantly replenished and optimized. The source further details how state energy directly benefits different energy centers in the body corresponding to the 7 chakras, enhancing various functions. It expands thinking, refines planning, deepens the capacity for love, empowers action, clarifies emotions, and strengthens personal stability. This comprehensive system suggests that by understanding and engaging with bioenergy, we can actively manage our well-being on multiple levels, moving beyond simple physical health to a holistic, energetic flourishing.
Wow. The source also takes us deeper into this energetic landscape, mentioning 7 distinct types of energy, each with its own specific purpose and function. Generated, linked to emotions, thinking, mind; latent, self; moving, body; analyzing, wisdom; repeating, intelligence; and lost, change. What's particularly striking is its explicit warning against mixing them. Why is that?
Well, it implies that each has a unique frequency or function, like different currents in a river, and that intermingling them inappropriately could lead to energetic imbalance or inefficiency, disrupting their natural flow. It's quite a comprehensive energetic anatomy, really, applying to both the cosmos and the individual.
Okay, so this deep dive isn't just about understanding the cosmos and these, abstract concepts. It's profoundly practical too. The source provides concrete tools for navigating and mastering our inner and outer worlds, offering actionable methodologies to align ourselves with the cosmic design and truly find our seat within it.
Absolutely. One key tool, I think, is what the source calls the thinking platform methodology. This methodology makes a crucial distinction between perception and thinking. Perception, in this context, is about fully grasping the existence and dimensions of something. It's the comprehensive intake of information, understanding its various layers, its origins, its implications.
So perception is the input.
Kind of, yeah. A very deep input. And thinking, then, is what you do with that complete perception to form sound judgments, derive solutions, make wise decisions. The source provides a remarkably detailed list of elements we must perceive or become aware of to ensure our thinking is truly sound and holistic. It implies that true clarity comes from a broad, integrated awareness, almost like a cosmic consciousness. First on this list is our own existence. Now, this isn't just knowing you exist, okay? It means perceiving your material being, your physical body, its needs, your moral being, your values, ethics, character, and understanding all future events that might impact your life. It's about a complete multidimensional self-awareness, recognizing your true nature and the trajectory of your personal journey through time. Without this foundational self-perception, the source argues, your thinking can become dislocated from your true needs and authentic path.
Okay, so it's not enough to just know thyself superficially. It's a deep, holistic understanding of your past, present, potential future self across all levels. Got it. What's next in this comprehensive perception list?
Next, it emphasizes perceiving all humanity. This is an expansive empathy and understanding, encompassing your immediate families, your friends, all people throughout history, past, present, and future, and all the events that have happened, are happening, or will happen to them.
No, people. That's vast.
It is. It's recognizing that our individual lives are interwoven with the vast, rich tapestry of all human existence. Its struggles, its achievements, its collective consciousness. It implies that true thinking considers the human collective, not just the isolated individual. Third, we must perceive all creatures. This extends beyond humanity, includes all animals, insects, plants, even unseen microbes. It also considers their existence from the very beginning of life on Earth billions of years ago, the source suggests to its end. This element emphasizes a deep ecological and biological awareness, acknowledging our place within the broader web of life and the intricate balance of the natural world. It's a call to integrate an understanding of all sentient and non-sentient life into our thought processes.
So it's about a planetary consciousness first, and then it expands even further, right?
Yeah.
To a cosmic one.
Exactly. Fourth on the list is perceiving celestial bodies. This involves perceiving all planets, stars, galaxies. Understanding their physics and movements from the beginning of the universe, which the source puts at about 14 billion years ago, to its eventual end. This is about true cosmic awareness. Understanding the vastness, the mechanics, the grand sweep of the universe, and our tiny yet significant place within it. It links our microexistence directly to the macrocosmic dance and its immutable laws. Fifth, and profoundly, is perceiving the Creator. This involves our personal understanding of the Creator and their attributes, as well as what all other beings perceive or assume about the Creator. The source stresses the importance of knowing your creator's characteristics well, to distinguish their power in your thoughts from the perceptions, maybe mistaken ones, of others. This is about spiritual alignment and recognizing the ultimate source of existence, which then informs our purpose and actions in a truly fundamental way.
Okay, so it's not just about a personal belief, but a deep, integrated understanding that influences your entire thinking platform. That makes sense. What about possibilities that didn't happen? The source mentioned something intriguing there, too.
Yes. Sixth, it speaks of perceiving the equations of probabilities of existence.
Equations of food.
Okay.
Yeah.
This refers to all the alternative possibilities that could have happened but didn't, yet still shape our current reality. It's about understanding the vast landscape of unmanifested potential, recognizing that our current reality is just one outcome among an infinite number of possibilities. This broadens our perspective on choice, destiny, the myriad paths not taken, making us aware of the subtle influences of the unmanifested. Seventh, we are called to perceive knowledge and sciences of existence. This covers all philosophies, all sciences, and their applications, both overt and hidden, thought of and applied by every creator and creature throughout history and beyond.
Wow, all knowledge.
It implies a comprehensive understanding of all accumulated wisdom, known and maybe even undiscovered, across all realms of being. This equips us with a vast intellectual toolkit for problem-solving and navigating complex realities.
And finally, it brings us back to something we touched upon earlier, time and space, but with a unique twist, right?
Yes. Eighth and finally, it's the perception of time and space. This is the understanding that time and space are fixed in our present conscious material dimension, but are profoundly fluid in the realm of ideas, particularly in the higher dimensions. This fluidity allows past, present, and future to be interconnected, meaning events from any point in time can affect the present. It emphasizes that our perceived reality is just a snapshot, but the underlying nature of time and space is far more dynamic and interconnected. Understanding this allows us to transcend rigid temporal limitations in our thinking, opening up possibilities for influence across what we usually see as a fixed timeline.
Okay, so what this all means, the bottom line, is that to think correctly, our subconscious must implicitly be aware of all these elements, all 8 of them. And the more our conscious mind also understands and studies them, the better our control over our thinking platform becomes. It even suggests meditation as a practical tool to integrate this holistic awareness, implying that it's not just an intellectual exercise, but a deep, integrated understanding that allows for truly profound and effective thought. This is about consciously building an incredibly comprehensive internal model of reality, almost like upgrading your mind's operating system.
Exactly. And this leads directly to another powerful tool discussed, the Akashic Records and the Preserved Tablet. The Akashic Records are described as a cosmic library, located in the 5th dimension, existing within something called the Tree of Knowledge.
A cosmic library.
Yeah. They contain an intricate and comprehensive record of all past, present, and future events, universal existential knowledge, cosmic laws. What's fascinating is the system of colors used for recording information within these records, like a cosmic color-coded filing system.
Colors? Really? Like what?
Well, green is used for new information or positive evolving scripts. Red for old or ancestral information, symbolizing established patterns or karmic lines. Yellow for doubtful information, not yet solidified. Blue for cosmic laws and universal principles.
Okay.
Black for wealth and earnings. Brown for communication with the creator. Kink for emotions. Dark yellow for psychological states. And dark blue for negative events like anger, murder, war. The creator's own designs and divine perfection are recorded in white. This intricate system allows for a highly organized, nuanced understanding of universal data, showing the dynamic nature of destiny.
One of the most profound ideas that emerged from this source, and one that I think will truly resonate with you, the listener, is the explicit statement that humans can change the events of the story at any time in the ethereal dimension. This suggests an incredible, almost unbelievable power to literally override those deep-seated ancestral scripts, the ones represented by that red ink in the Akashic Records. The source directly positions divine trust, Alamana al-Kiyaya, as our inherent ability to manage and update our personal records, a sacred responsibility given to us by the Creator. This insight fundamentally shifts our understanding of destiny, doesn't it? It's not fixed. It's a living document you co-author. How does this divine trust work in practice, then?
Exactly. Well, while the Preserved Tablet contains the creator's perfect solutions and ultimate outcomes for the universe, essentially, the ideal cosmic blueprint, a perfect reality, humans are given the immense freedom to create their own records within the Akashic, and are thus fully responsible for their decisions and creations.
So we have freedom, but also responsibility.
immense responsibility. We can draw inspiration from the preserved tablet, seeking guidance for optimal solutions, aligning with divine perfection, but we are not bound by it. This empowers us immensely, placing the onus of creation and responsibility directly on our shoulders. It's a delicate yet profound balance between divine guidance and free will, where our individual choices actively shape our personal narrative within the larger cosmic framework. This means our individual actions truly have cosmic significance, as they are literally rewriting our story in the universal library.
And then there are the laws of cosmic gravity, which is a truly unique concept. It outlines 4 distinct types of gravity, each with surprisingly practical applications that extend far beyond just physics. Delving into our emotional, social, even material lives, it's like having a universal remote control for attraction and repulsion.
It really is presented that way. First, we have luminous yellow gravity. This operates like the sun, attracting planets, maintaining a healthy radiant distance. It draws things in but keeps them in a harmonious, balanced orbit, preventing destructive closeness or absorption.
Okay, so how is that used practically?
In human application, this is the force to use for fostering healthy social relationships, attracting fulfilling hobbies, drawing in good luck, upholding ethical principles, and maintaining focus in your life. It suggests a magnetic pole that encourages healthy boundaries and positive, harmonious attraction.
So it's about attracting things that bring light and balance into your life, but keeping them at a beneficial distance. Makes sense. What about something more intense, like attracting material wealth? Is there a gravity for that?
There is. For that, the source introduces dark black gravity. This is described as being like a black hole with immense destructive pull. It draws objects in with overwhelming force, leading to their complete absorption and transformation into another dimension.
Sounds pretty powerful. Maybe dangerous.
Its applications, perhaps surprisingly, are intensely practical for material matters. Attracting money, acquiring real estate, securing stocks and investments, even attracting food. It implies a powerful, almost inescapable pull for material acquisition, highlighting its potency, but also hinting at its potential for consuming rather than harmonizing if not wielded with awareness. It's the force of powerful, undeniable attraction for tangible things.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So we have attraction for balance, attraction for material gain. What about pushing things away, like bad relationships or bad luck?
That's where transparent white gravity comes in. This is described as a repulsive force, actively pushing things away to the farthest possible distance. It's explicitly designed for pushing away undesirable elements from your life.
Like what specifically?
Its uses include repelling bad social relationships, warding off diseases, avoiding negative experiences, and pushing away bad luck. It acts as a protective shield, an energetic repulsion field that keeps harmful influences at bay, clearing your path of obstacles.
Okay, yellow for balanced attraction, black for intense attraction, white for repulsion. And finally, there's a fourth one, a gravity that feels more intimate, more personal.
Indeed. That's near orbital gravity. This is likened to a planet attracting its moon or satellites, making walking comfortable on Earth due to electromagnetic attraction. This gravity creates a close, stable, and comfortable bond, a deep, nurturing connection.
And its uses.
It's the force to use for fostering intimate emotional relationships, shaping and refining personal traits, enhancing managerial abilities and leadership roles, and strengthening your connection with the Creator and your unique inherent talents. This gravity signifies a nurturing, supportive, and deeply personal connection, allowing for comfortable and stable engagement with what it attracts, bringing things into your closest sphere of influence.
This is a metaphorical, yet highly practical, application of cosmic forces to human life, isn't it? It suggests we can intentionally use these gravities to attract or repel specific outcomes, consciously influencing our reality beyond mere visualization. This framework for understanding how different types of attraction and repulsion operate on a subtle, energetic level in our lives naturally ties into the very practical advice on setting goals in cosmic logic. This isn't just about wishing. It's about aligning your desires with universal forces.
It absolutely is. This deep dive then offers 17 remarkable rules for goal setting, ensuring they align with universal acceptance, making them far more likely to manifest. This isn't just a list of steps, it's an integration of universal laws with personal intention, guiding you to consciously co-create your reality in harmony with the cosmos. It implies that successful manifestation requires not just desire, but deep alignment, integrity, and a profound understanding of how energy and consciousness interact within the universal design.
Okay, let's really unpack these 17 rules for goal setting, because they sound crucial. They're not just a checklist, They're presented as a framework for cosmic alignment and practical manifestation. What's one of the first, perhaps most fundamental, rules that truly sets the stage for success?
Absolutely. Rule number one, and it's deceptively simple, is to be absolutely clear and precise in your desires. The source emphasizes that the universe isn't a mind reader. If you just say, I want more abundance, that's too vague. It pushes you to define exactly what that abundance looks like, how it feels, what specific outcome you desire. It's about leaving no room for cosmic misinterpretation, painting a vivid and detailed picture for the universe to respond to.
So it's not just about thinking big, but thinking specific. Instead of I want a better job, it's maybe I want to be a lead engineer at X company by next March, earning Y salary, working on Z project. Is that the kind of precision we're talking about?
Precisely that level, yes. And that leads directly into another crucial rule: having a genuine, heartfelt need for that goal. It's not just a passing fancy or something you think you should want. The universe, according to this source, responds to the depth of your soul's desire, not just a superficial wish. It has to resonate deeply within your core being, creating an energetic pull that the universe can then match.
That makes sense. A genuine need fuels the intention. What about obstacles like fear or hesitation? We all feel that sometimes. The source talks about that too, doesn't it?
Yes, a very important rule addresses that. You must pursue your goal being free from fear, hesitation, or laziness. Any internal resistance creates static in the cosmic communication. The universe, it suggests, interprets fear as a lack of conviction and hesitation as ambivalence. So a clear, confident, proactive approach is essential. This aligns with another rule: having unwavering conviction that the universe hears your desires and is working to fulfill them. It's about active, positive expectation, not just hoping, but knowing.
And it also mentions aligning with principles beyond just your own desires, right? It's not just about me, me, me.
Indeed. Your goals must align with your personal principles and the well-being of society. This is crucial. The universe, being interconnected, won't readily support goals that cause harm or are out of alignment with universal harmony. It's about ethical manifestation, ensuring your ambition contributes positively to the larger tapestry of existence. This also ties into the rule about ensuring your goal is original to you, not just an idea borrowed from others or something you think you should want based on external pressure. It must stem from your authentic self.
That's a beautiful way to integrate personal ambition with the universal good. What about the practicalities of goal setting, like timing and managing expectations? Is it all just wish and receive?
Not at all. The source is very practical here. You must be realistic and practical about the goal's purpose, location, and desired timing. While the universe is boundless, your goals need to be grounded in a way that allows for manifestation within the current reality. It's a balance between grand vision and practical steps. And importantly, it advises planning for both best and worst outcomes while always believing the best will happen.
Planning for the worst. Isn't that negative thinking?
It's not presented as pessimistic, it's about preparedness, so that minor setbacks don't derail your conviction. You've thought it through. And above all, patience is crucial, as the universe operates on its own timeline, not necessarily ours. And you need that unwavering belief that the goal will create a better life, that obstacles are temporary, that the universe will help.
This holistic framework for manifestation really implies that successful creation requires so much more than just desire. It's deep alignment, integrity, and a profound understanding of how energy and consciousness interact within the universal design. It's an invitation to become a conscious co-creator of your reality, not just a passive recipient. Okay, so with all these cosmic laws, these energies at play, this profound architecture of reality, where does the individual human being truly fit in? This source delves deeply into our very purpose, our identity, and the intricate web of our connections, reaffirming our central and active role in the grand design. It really brings it all back home, doesn't it?
It does. We touched upon it earlier, but the central theme of the trust, Alamana, re-emerges powerfully here. Our existence isn't random or accidental. It's intricately tied to this divine responsibility for balance and governance of the universe.
Oh.
What's truly revolutionary, and perhaps empowering for you, the listener, is the idea that you can be a prophet in your own life.
A prophet, like
Yeah.
in the religious sense.
No, not in a traditional religious sense of receiving divine revelation for all humanity, but as someone who carries a new message in Arabic, Yala or Nuba. This means a new piece of knowledge, a beautiful idea, or a fresh transformative perspective that creates positive change. This change starts first within yourself and then extends its influence to others through your actions and example. It's about being a catalyst for evolution, a living message.
So being a prophet, in this sense, isn't about grand pronouncements or historical events, but about personal transformation first, and then influencing others through your example, embodying the change you wish to see. The Source encourages us to seek our cave of prophecy for inspiration, a metaphorical inner sanctuary where we find our unique insights and revelations, a place of deep listening to our inner wisdom. And it profoundly emphasizes that any profession can be a tool for this transformation. Whether you're a doctor, an engineer, a baker, a teacher, an artist, an entrepreneur, your work can become a powerful vehicle for a new message that improves humanity's reality, your community, or even just your corner of the world. This focus on individual purpose also directly relates to the profound questions of identity and self-discovery that the Source encourages us to ask, right?
Absolutely. The Source provides 10 character analysis questions for self-discovery, meticulously designed to prompt deep introspection and help uncover one's true essence, moving beyond superficial self-perceptions. These include fundamental inquiries like, why do I want to live, and how do I introduce myself to people?
Those are big questions.
They are, and they're not meant to be answered lightly or superficially. They demand profound honesty and unflinching self-examination. It strongly urges journaling as a practice to capture these evolving insights, emphasizes radical honesty in your responses, even if they're uncomfortable, and advises accepting contradictions in your answers, recognizing that self-knowledge is a dynamic, multifaceted process, not a fixed state. The intriguing mirror analogy is also introduced, suggesting that while others' eyes might reflect a version of us, how they perceive us, we must ultimately create our own mirror in our thoughts to truly know ourselves.
It's our own mirror.
Yes, a self-perception unmediated by external judgments or expectations. This implies that true identity is an internal construct, built through conscious self-reflection and a deep dive into one's own inner world.
This internal self-discovery becomes even more relevant when the Source touches on a very modern, highly pertinent, and often unsettling question. Am I human, AI, or a mix? In an age where artificial intelligence is increasingly sophisticated, capable of mimicking human thought and creativity, this question probes the very definition of consciousness and being. How does the Source address this?
Well, the Source's answer, while poetic and philosophical, implies that our essence is rooted in our origin from clay and soul, possessing a unique consciousness that fundamentally distinguishes us from purely artificial constructs. It suggests that our physicality, combined with our spiritual origin, imbues us with an irreplaceable quality. A spark of the divine, maybe, that sets us apart from anything that can be replicated or simulated. This reinforces the unique value and profound purpose of human existence within the cosmic framework, affirming that our humanity is something distinct and invaluable.
That's quite reassuring in a way.
And this deep dive consistently emphasizes that we are not isolated beings. The Source uses vivid and compelling metaphors for our interconnectedness, illustrating how we are constantly in dynamic relationship with various forms of consciousness and community, both seen and unseen. First, there's the truly imaginative cosmic ideas train.
The what now? Cosmic ideas train.
Yeah. This metaphor invites us to consciously choose our companions, not physical people, but the archetypal wisdom of prophets, saints, scientists, artists, influential thinkers, even the essence of our friends and family. It even includes our own self, represented as a precious golden carriage on this train.
So you invite them onto your mental train.
Exactly. You invite them into your mind on this train to inspire your thoughts and decisions, drawing upon their wisdom, energy, perspectives. It's a powerful visualization for consciously curating the influences that shape our inner world and guide our actions, recognizing that knowledge and inspiration transcend physical boundaries.
So it's about actively seeking out those mental connections that elevate us, learning from the best of humanity, past and present.
Okay.
What else?
Precisely. Then we have meeting with the Saint Sufi. This suggests we seek spiritual mentorship in our minds, in a symbolic fifth-dimensional space, often envisioned as a mountain of progression. This isn't necessarily about physical interaction with a living person, but about internalizing the wisdom and guidance of revered spiritual figures chosen for their inspirational qualities. It's a profound mental exercise for spiritual upliftment, for drawing strength and insight from archetypal mentors who embody virtues and profound understanding. It's about finding guidance within your own consciousness. And perhaps most uniquely, and a concept that often sparks a lot of discussion, the Source introduces friends who never part.
Friends who never part, who are they?
This is a truly expansive section listing no less than 69 archetypal friends. Now, these aren't external people you meet for coffee. They represent the diverse facets of human experience, traits, inclinations, even potential shadows that reside within us and around us in society.
69? Like what kind of archetypes?
You'll find the thinker, the romantic, the killer, representing destructive impulses, the worshiper, the lost, the explorer, among many, many others. The source states all these archetypes seek friendship with us, implying a constant interplay within ourselves and with the collective human psyche. They symbolize the full spectrum of human potential and shadow, all seeking recognition and integration, suggesting that true self-mastery involves acknowledging and engaging with all these inner friends.
That's a powerful and quite extensive way to frame our internal landscape. It means we're always in a dynamic conversation with these various aspects of ourselves, and this leads to something bigger than the individual, doesn't it? It sounds like it.
Yes, absolutely. Finally, there's collective thinking. This reinforces the immense power of group consciousness and cooperation for problem solving and creation. It highlights that when minds come together, especially with shared intent and a broad understanding of the cosmic context, solutions emerge that are far greater than what any individual could achieve alone. This reinforces the importance of the human dimension and our communal responsibility, suggesting that humanity's greatest achievements often arise from this synergistic collective intelligence.
So we are constantly in a dynamic relationship, not only with our inner archetypes, but also with the broader human and cosmic community. Our journey is not a solitary one, but a complex and rich dance of internal and external connections, all contributing to our purpose and evolution. It's like being a single instrument in a cosmic orchestra, playing your part in harmony with all the others. Okay, many of us at some point, maybe even right now, feel constrained, whether it's by circumstances, by societal expectations, or perhaps most profoundly, just by our own minds. Our source confronts these feelings of limitation directly, offering not just reassurance, but clear pathways to freedom and expansion, challenging us to look beyond perceived boundaries.
It does. The source frequently uses the metaphor of being trapped in a box or living in a bubble. It described how we might feel confined by material reality, by rigid societal expectations, or even more subtly, by self-imposed mental constructs that limit our potential. What's surprisingly contemporary, though, for a text with such deep philosophical roots is its introduction of the box of numbers.
The box of numbers, was that?
This is a profound critique of our data-driven world, where our privacy, our very bodies, even our time become transactional and commodified. In this scenario, we become a number among billions, reduced to mere data points, losing our individuality and agency to vast impersonal systems. This highlights a modern form of perceived confinement, where technology, while offering connection, can also create new, subtle prisons for our consciousness.
That's a powerful and surprisingly modern critique from this source. It seems to suggest that while technology expands some freedoms, it can also create new forms of confinement by reducing human experience to quantifiable data. And when we feel trapped or overwhelmed by these limitations, we often enter what the source calls a dark room or face a crisis of life. These aren't just abstract ideas, are they? They're metaphors for those moments of deep despair, difficulty, or profound uncertainty where we struggle to find our way out.
They are indeed powerful metaphors. For moments of profound despair and difficulty, when we search desperately for light, for answers, for solutions, the source acknowledges these intense challenges, validating the human experience of struggle and acknowledging that such moments are part of the journey. But it immediately pivots to hope, offering a profound reassurance that relief is near and that the universe is not empty of love.
Not empty of love.
Yeah. This isn't presented as naive optimism, but a deep, inherent reassurance woven into the very fabric of existence itself, suggesting that even in the deepest darkness, cosmic support and affection are present and accessible. It's an invitation to trust in the inherent benevolence of the universe, even when personal circumstances seem bleak and isolating.
So the real takeaway here, it sounds like, is that the ultimate limitation isn't external but resides within our own perception. The source directly challenges the pervasive idea that ideas have limits or that the mind has boundaries, proclaiming these beliefs as self-inflicted constraints. It passionately celebrates the mind as a treasure, a soul, a secret, and a universe in itself inherently boundless and infinite in its capacity. It's described as capable of hearing the entire cosmos and generating endless solutions, suggesting an intrinsic, unbreakable connection to universal intelligence and creativity. This reframes the mind not as a mere processing unit confined within our skulls, but as a vast, creative, limitless entity.
Exactly. It urges us not to constrain our own minds with self-imposed limits, or by searching for trivial, superficial answers when our true capacity is immense. The source explicitly states, you have planted the madness of perception in your mind and you have limited your thinking.
Wow, that's quite direct. The madness of perception.
It highlights our active, often unconscious role in creating our own perceived boundaries and boxes. The true power to break free from any box or dark room lies in recognizing the mind's inherent boundlessness, its innate capacity to connect with higher cosmic intelligence. The ultimate path to freedom, according to the source, is to release the mind to live in its world, allowing it to operate in its true, expansive, limitless nature, unburdened by false imitations or narrow perceptions. This is a profound call to liberate our own consciousness, realizing that the key to freedom is always within.
Okay, we've journeyed through some incredibly profound territory today. We've explored layers of dimensions, delved into the very architecture of cosmic creation, illuminated the invisible flow of energy, examined powerful tools for navigating our inner and outer worlds, and questioned the very nature of our identity and perceived limitations. It all leads us back to the evocative title of our deep dive, Your Seat in the Universe. What does it truly mean to claim that seat, to fully inhabit your place in this grand design?
Well, the source frames life as this dynamic and engaging game of life, where we are emphatically not mere spectators, but active, vital players. It challenges us to deeply understand the rules, those cosmic laws and energetic principles we've discussed, and to claim our inherent power to influence the game. This isn't about competition in a human sense, but about mastering the subtle forces of existence and aligning with the universal flow. Ultimately, it issues a profound invitation to reserve your seat in the universe, emphasizing with powerful affirmation that the universe accommodates everything you wish for in your heart.
Accommodates everything.
That's what it says. It's a powerful statement of cosmic support and abundance, indicating that the universe is inherently designed to facilitate our deepest, most heartfelt desires when they are aligned with its principles. It's a call to conscious co-creation.
So this isn't passive acceptance of your fate. It's an active declaration of intention and agency, a profound act of self-empowerment. It reinforces the idea that the place is space shaped by your dreams, meaning your internal aspirations, your deepest visions actively construct and manifest your external reality. And the clock's numbers have moved, time is at the service of your adventures, suggesting that time is not a linear constraint, but a flexible resource, a dynamic tool that bends to your determined will and adventurous spirit. It's about consciously designing and then confidently stepping into the life you desire, with the universe as your willing co-conspirator.
And perhaps the most empowering message, the one that truly brings this entire deep dive home, is about the power to redefine your story. The source presents two fundamental narratives for worldly life, stemming from the world of atoms. There's Adam's golden story characterized by divine guidance, beautiful events, cosmic knowledge, and then there's a bloody story of conflict, greed, chaos, often created by other creatures or misaligned choices.
Golden or bloody?
Right. It emphatically states that our personal story depends entirely on which narrative we choose to listen to, which one we align ourselves with. More importantly, it empowers us to consciously reauthor our life story with green ink.
Green ink. Why green?
Symbolizing a positive, life-affirming, continuously evolving path, overriding any pre-existing or ancestral scripts, the red ink and the Akashic records, that no longer serve us. This puts immense creative power directly in your hands.
So what this all fundamentally means then, the big picture, is that our existence is a conscious, active participation in this magnificent cosmic tapestry. We're not just living in the universe, we are actively shaping it, defining our place, even influencing its very reality through our perception, our intentions, and the conscious choices we make about our own story. It's a call to profound responsibility and boundless creativity, recognizing ourselves as integral, powerful agents in the ongoing unfoldment of existence.
It really is. And it raises an important, maybe final question for you to ponder. If our perceived reality is, in fact, a shadow or reflection of the fifth dimension, and we possess this incredible power to influence that dimension through our thoughts, our intentions, our choices, what profound responsibility does this give us to constantly imagine, strive for, and co-create a more beautiful, more ordered, more harmonious reality? Knowing that your very thoughts might be shaping the cosmos, what reality will you choose to author starting right now?
That was a truly mind-expanding deep dive, pulling back the curtain on the subtle and profound layers of existence. Thank you for joining us on this extraordinary journey into your seat in the universe.
Yes, thank you. We hope this exploration has given you new perspectives, maybe some powerful tools, and a renewed sense of purpose to reflect on your own unique place in the grand cosmic design.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep deep diving into the fascinating world of knowledge.